Hey you guys, oh my god, I'm so excited. One of the first items for the baby just arrived, and I wasn't even expecting it because I didn't do a baby registry with my first child. I just kind of was like, I'm an independent woman, I could do this by myself, and I didn't want to ask anybody for anything. So I don't know how baby registries work. So I actually received one of the first items. I thought you sort of just like receive it all towards the end, like when you give birth to the baby, but I guess I don't know. I'm just so out of touch. So I just received one of the first items that was gifted by a kind soul by the name of Root. So it's just gonna be a mukbang because I have several bowls of ramen noodles. I have chili flavored ramen. Okay. I have chicken flavored ramen. Can you see? And I just have a cup of tea because I can't drink coffee. And a bottle of water. Sorry, I'm just incredibly thirsty. Okay, so with that being said, let's eat first. Let's eat and talk, and then we'll, towards the end of the video, we'll just kind of, I know my edges are just like completely like where the wild things are, but I noticed that like people, they're very take it or leave it. Like that's just the way her edges are, you know? Like people don't really obsess about the small things. I mean, if my edges are completely frocked up, it's not going to disturb anybody's day, hopefully too much, or hopefully they'll get a good laugh or something. So I think my chicken ramen noodles have been cooling the longest, so I'm gonna delve into those. Now I'll gulp that water so fast, you guys. Okay, so let's just talk about first, I don't know. Yikes. It's been cooling, but there's still like a lot of steam trapped in the food. Yeah, so let me try to prop this camera up. Hold on. I don't have a tripod, you guys, so, and hopefully you can't see, like under my bed is like incredibly dirty, so yeah. Alright, so let's talk. I just did blood work for the baby, and it was just incredibly, extensive, you guys. It was crazy because, let me scoot closer. It was just extensive because, so I was there at the hospital, and when I got there, I had to check in. When I checked in, they said to me, like, okay, just wait, and then they had to take me in for processing. So I went in for processing, and then she was like, okay, go back to the waiting room. I guess this is normal for people who like regularly go to the hospital, but I'm not really accustomed to it, so I just was like, oh, come on now. Then phlebotomy finally called me in, and I handed them the kit because my OBGYN gave me the materials so the hospital can do it. I guess they don't have like the space to keep, I don't know. So I gave them materials, and they were like, oh, the tubes aren't here. I was like, okay. So like, she said to me, she was like, you're gonna have to go back to your doctor that's ordering this kit, which is right across the street, which it wouldn't have been too bad, but it was just kind of be frustrating. But she was gonna send me across the street, but she finally got one of the other nurses to check the kit, and they finally found that the tubes were there, and I don't know, I was just frustrated. So she did the blood work or whatever, she finished up, and then she realized that she had one more vial, and she was like, oh, sorry, I gotta go back in. So this entire time, Emilio was acting up. Like, I swear to God, I'm never gonna bring Emilio to the hospital again when I have to do like anything, like unless it's an emergency and somebody's in the hospital dying and we want to go see them like before they pass. I'm never bringing Emilio to the hospital. I will beg like a random college kid. No, I won't. I'll beg somebody to watch him before I bring him to the hospital, because it's just absolutely ridiculous to to bring him. So she finally did the blood work. Emilio was freaking out. Then they had to do urine. So they had to do urine samples or whatever. And I don't know. She said that there were 2 separate cups or whatever. So she was like, if you don't think you're going to be able to go twice, which I was like, no. She was like, I'll give you some coupons for the dining facility. Meanwhile, this hospital, they don't even have like a holdover bar where like they have some food out. They just said 11 a.m. is when they open up. And I was like, y'all don't have nothing? Like, nothing? And they were like, no, I'm sorry. So, like, they didn't even have like cold sandwiches available, which I would expect, like, you know, a salad bar or just something open. Nothing was open. So I had to sit there for like 30 minutes. $45 before I could get my chicken gyro. Emilio doesn't eat anything. Like, he ate like a singular piece of chicken for my chicken gyro, and let me tell you, I gave him a second one. He took one bite and he was just like flinging the rest of the chicken everywhere. So at this age, I don't really need to worry about like feeding him meals. He just wants to eat like cookies, applesauce, like if he does eat anything, like he loves to eat hot dogs. And I'm not even like, I'm like the most organic, like earthy, footy, like super conscious aware person, but kids just won't eat certain things. So I think somebody gave him a hot dog at like a cookout, and he tore that thing up, and I was just like, oh, he likes hot dogs. So I buy hot dogs now. I try to do the whole super vegan thing or whatever, but my son likes hot dogs. So that's why I don't get into these arguments. Like, some people are online and they talk about like, you should do this and you should feed your kids that. And you should. One time, I went to the organic juice bar. Mila was like 9 months old. And the organic juice, it was like Picasso's potion. People that are from New Haven, that know Edge of the Woods, or just anybody that's ever been to Edge of the Woods and they know Picasso's potion, they know it's really good. It's like apple juice, carrot juice, beet juice, and ginger. And they juice it with a like industrial grade juicer. And the juice is like $5 a cup. It's expensive. So I gave him this stuff because he was sick and he had a fever. And don't you know, he like, I don't know how he did it. Like, I put it in a sippy cup. No, I forgot his sippy cup. So I gave him the cup and he ended up spilling it. So ever since then, like, I don't even talk about like what people should feed their kids. Like, no, he could just have regular apple juice. Like, and people are gonna be like, oh my God, the cyanide. Like, I grew up on apple juice. I might be a little bit crazy, but I'm alright. So, I'm gonna switch to the chili because I'm starting to get full. I'm probably not gonna finish both. So, both. You know, some people that say both with an L in it, and then some people say both like without the L. I don't really notice a difference. Like, both. So when I finished my chicken gyro, I went back to do the other collection sample, and I was on my way. Now, will never bring another toddler to the hospital with me when I have to do like blood work or anything. Yeah, he got a free cookie from the cafeteria, but this pregnancy, I'm finding that I don't like sugar, I don't like sweet stuff, and I don't like chocolate. So with that being said, let's get into the opening. So this is the package it came in. I don't want to show like all my info or whatever. Someone just honked their horn like real loud. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Rue. I just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our baby's gonna look so warm and so stylish in these cute little newborn hats. Thank you so much. Okay, so with that being said, I'll do more unboxing videos. I know it's just like kind of whack because it's one product, but you guys support your girl and we'll do more unboxing. So with that being said, I'm not too hungry anymore, so I'm gonna end this video because, you know, I don't want to get sick trying to do a mukbang while I'm pregnant, y'all. So bye.